to our opening questions. What is work, what is career, and what is vocation? They are three levels of power. Which, by the way, let's see. Somebody took the nice eraser away.
What?
I know. I don't know where it is.
What?
I don't know where it is. I didn't do it. A lot of times here when you work mostly with women, you pull the Bart Simpson. I didn't do it. Eat my shorts. Don't have a cow. I bet you Gaetana took it outside to write on the board.
Go see.
We taught this in the first class. There are three levels of power. You have the literal. Please, obviously I'm a writer, but not penmanship. Is that the one?
Yes.
There's the personal.
I forgive her.
And there's the symbolic. Now I can add to that. Here, let's do this. It's Carolyn Mason all the way. The literal is the physical world. Okay, you get it? So this is a literal chair. It's in the physical world. The personal is the world behind your eyes. So that's the emotional and the mental. Now, referring back to the chair. It's my chair. It's my chair. I've got feelings about this chair. I've got thoughts about this chair. That anybody walking into the room would go, oh, nice chair. They wouldn't have all of that, but we could all agree it's a chair, right? It's not a giraffe. It's not a Range Rover. It's a chair, all right? Then there is the symbolic level, which is the spiritual world. So, spiritually, this is a throne for me. This is a throne room you are sitting in. The funny thing is though she's the king, I'm the queen.
That is true.
Which is funny, when people project their mother issues onto me, I'm like, excuse me. Are you a past life child of mine anyway? So, when we're talking about work, career, and vocation, we have these three levels of power. And a lot of people are looking for fulfillment in the wrong area. So work is your literal. And work is just supposed to help you survive. It's to pay your bills. It's to get the physical, literal things that you need. That's all it's supposed to do. Now, it doesn't mean you have to have three different things. You can have all of them. You'll see as we lay this out, right? But people are looking for this massive amount of satisfaction from their work. And that's not what it's for. That's what career is. Career satisfies an internal hunger and thirst. You could say mental hunger, emotional thirst. So this is how I learned it. How many actors, artists, wait tables or work in retail? In other words, they take the work that they need to do in order to satisfy the career. Even if they never make money with their career, that's why it's like, I hate my job, I hate my job, I hate my job, I hate my job. It's like, well, that's not going to help. Because you're looking for a level of mental, emotional satisfaction in the wrong place. You're looking for love in all the wrong places. Where if you have work that you can walk out of there and leave it on the floor, as it were, and leave it on the sales floor, just sort of cut that cord, and then it's your time, then as soon as you walk out, as soon as you punch out of that, it's time for you to work on your career. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, just to clarify, whatever it is that you're doing for work, your career could be as a healer, and maybe just a healer of yourself. Or as an artist, but maybe it just as an artist is a way of giving form to your creativity. Painting, music, art, writing, whatever that is. Okay? So I think if a witch can get, all right, whatever I gotta do to pay the bills and pay the rent, let me do it, because witchcraft is my career. But then we have vocation. Vocation is a spiritual calling. And it's not something that you're usually born knowing. I knew whatever, like I was going to be a stand-up comic when I was a kid. Not that far off, really. I don't think I'm way off in the woods on that one. But obviously speaking is a part of it. Now for me, I don't get paid for the work that I do. What I do is administration. I am the board secretary of the Silver Broom Ministries, and it's a nonprofit. And when we say nonprofit, we're not kidding. None of us get paid here. Everything that we do is to keep this place open and going, except when I teach. So administration, I get paid Zippo. So all the posts you see on Facebook of drawing the circle and the silver broom and all the pictures and all the stuff, that's all me. And I have a wonderful app on my computer called Buffer, which allows me to schedule posts a week in advance. The coolest thing ever. Thank you, Jen. She's the one who turned me on to that.
Buffer?
My career is as a teacher. And no matter what I do, I teach. Whether I'm doing a reading, whether I'm doing a healing, even now talking to my parents, I find myself teaching them, but not in front of a board. That's where I met Amy, Borders Books and Music, right up on the street. I got hired as a bookseller. Within a couple of months, maybe 6 months, I was the community relations coordinator, which was doing all of the events. Do you see how the breadcrumb trail led me to the Silver Broom, what we're doing now? So I started teaching. By the way, I've been teaching since 1990, spirituality and metaphysics. My vocation, however, is as a mystic. It's more, you could say personal, but like everybody's like, oh, it's Samhain, happy Halloween. I'm like, see you in the underworld, kids. It's going in, and a mystic is one who cultivates an intimate relationship with the divine. But I only get paid for one of them. But because I'm doing what I love as a career, and I do get paid doing that, it really allows the work that I do to flow because it sets up the physical foundation to do what I love. And this is what keeps me in alignment for the most part. That constant going within, communing with the gods, embracing my fears and my shadows, alchemizing from lead to gold. Now, by the way, I didn't actually figure this out until maybe 5-6 years ago. It was already in play. In other words, I didn't have to figure out what it was. It was inside of me.